Imagine buying a brand new electric car in America for about the same price as a normal gas SUV. And no, I'm not talking about some tiny golf cart looking EV with barely any range. I'm talking about real electric cars with modern technology, fast charging, huge screens, and in some cases more than 300 miles of range on a single charge. And the craziest part? EV prices in 2026 are finally starting to come down after years of being ridiculously expensive. Automakers are now competing aggressively, and that competition is making electric cars cheaper than ever before. So today, we're counting down the top 5 cheapest brand new EVs you can buy in the US market right now. And trust me, the number 1 car on this list is way more affordable than most people expect. Let's get into it. Number 5, Fiat 500e. Starting at around $32,500, the Fiat 500e is basically the perfect city EV. This thing is tiny, stylish, incredibly easy to park, and honestly looks cooler than most budget electric cars on the road today. Now obviously, this isn't the type of EV you buy for cross-country road trips. Range sits at around 140 to 150 miles, depending on driving conditions. So this car is really designed for urban commuting and daily driving. But if you live in a city like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or Miami, the Fiat 500e actually makes a lot of sense. And because it's small and lightweight, it's surprisingly fun to drive too. Inside, the car feels much more premium than people expect at this price point. You get a modern touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay, digital gauges, fast charging capability, and classic Italian styling throughout the cabin. Of course, there are some compromises. The rear seats are cramped, cargo space is limited, and longer trips can definitely bring some range anxiety. But for city drivers, students, or first-time EV buyers, the Fiat 500e is still one of the cheapest and most stylish ways to enter the electric car world in 2026. Number 4, Hyundai Kona Electric. Starting at around $34,000 to $35,000, the Hyundai Kona Electric is where things start getting serious. Because this car isn't just cheap, it's actually a genuinely good EV. The Kona Electric offers up to around 260 miles of range, which is more than enough for most Americans. This one feels like a real compact SUV with practical space and everyday usability. You get comfortable seating, good cargo capacity, impressive technology, strong energy efficiency, and one of the best warranties in the entire auto industry. A lot of people still overlook Hyundai when talking about electric vehicles. But honestly, Hyundai has quietly become one of the smartest EV companies in the world. The Kona Electric especially is known for giving buyers almost everything they need without forcing them into a massive monthly payment. Now there is one important thing to know. Reports suggest Hyundai could reduce Kona EV availability in parts of the US market, as the company focuses more heavily on newer EV models like the Ioniq lineup. So depending on where you live, inventory may become harder to find. But if you can get one, this is easily one of the best value EVs in America right now. Number 3, Toyota BZ. Starting at around $36,000, the Toyota BZ is one of the most affordable ways to get into a fully electric Toyota in 2026. And honestly, Toyota entering the EV market seriously is a pretty big deal. For years, the company focused mainly on hybrids while Tesla and other automakers dominated the electric space. But now Toyota is finally pushing harder into EVs, and the BZ is aimed directly at mainstream buyers. One thing this SUV does really well is efficiency. Real-world testing has shown impressive energy consumption numbers, which means owners spend less money charging the vehicle over time. And because it's a Toyota, buyers also expect strong reliability, low maintenance costs, solid resale value, and simple everyday usability. Now the design is definitely futuristic. Some people love it, while others absolutely hate it. But overall, the BZ delivers a comfortable electric crossover with decent range, modern technology, and the dependability Toyota is known for. It may not be the fastest EV on the market, but for families looking for a reliable electric SUV without spending luxury car money, this is becoming a very popular option. Number 2, Chevrolet Equinox. Starting at roughly $35,000, and sometimes even less, with incentives or dealer discounts, the Chevrolet Equinox EV might be the biggest bargain in the American EV market right now. Because this SUV gives buyers something most affordable EVs simply don't offer: a massive driving range. Some versions of the Equinox EV are rated at more than 300 miles per charge, which is honestly incredible for an affordable electric SUV. And unlike some futuristic EVs that look overly complicated or intimidating, the Equinox EV just looks like a normal SUV. That's actually one of the reasons it's becoming so popular. A lot of people switching from gasoline cars don't want something that feels like a spaceship. They want something familiar. Inside, the Equinox EV offers huge displays, modern software, lots of passenger space, solid practicality, and enough range to handle long road trips comfortably. Now yes, lower trims do cut a few luxury features to keep pricing affordable, but overall, this thing is extremely hard to beat for the money. Many EV experts are already calling the Equinox EV one of the most important affordable electric vehicles in America, because it proves EVs are finally becoming mainstream for everyday buyers. Number 1. Nissan Leaf. Starting at around $30,000 to $31,000, the Nissan Leaf is once again the cheapest brand new EV you can buy in America. And honestly, the 2026 redesign completely changed this car. Because older versions of the Leaf had one major problem: people thought they looked outdated. But the new model finally feels modern, cleaner, and much more competitive in today's EV market. Even more impressive, range has improved dramatically compared to previous generations. Some versions are expected to deliver close to 300 miles of range, which is honestly crazy at this price point. And this is exactly why the Leaf still matters so much. It makes EV ownership accessible to regular people, not just wealthy tech enthusiasts. Normal families, students, first-time buyers, and everyday commuters. That's why even in 2026, the Nissan Leaf remains one of the most important electric vehicles in America. So those were the top 5 cheapest brand new EVs you can buy in the US market right now in 2026. And honestly, it's crazy seeing how quickly EV prices are changing. Just a few years ago, affordable electric cars barely existed. Now we have electric SUVs with over 300 miles of range for under $35,000, and automakers are competing aggressively to dominate the budget EV market. But now I want to hear from you. Would you switch from gas to electric right now? And if you had to choose one car from this list, which one would you pick? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more EV news, future car technology, and the latest automotive innovations. And I'll see you in the next one.